Now I would like to request Dr. Kumarkanti Das sir to say few words on this auspicious occasion.
Good morning. Thank you, Lopa, for inviting me to this auspicious occasion. I'll be remiss if I do not pay my tribute to late Dr. Chandrasekhar Das, who was a very committed pediatrician of this area. Dr. Kannan has basically given his view about all the types of cancers that we see here. But I would like to concentrate on only two cancers which are the biggest killers of women, namely breast cancer and uterine cancer, cervical cancer. As already mentioned by Dr. Kannan, early detection is the only way to cure. And the only way you can detect it early is to catch it early by the patient, subject, and also by the physician. There is a big stigma attached to both these organs, both breast and uterus. When I was in training in USA, if anybody, any woman admitted in hospital did not have pelvic examination and pap smear while in the hospital used to be censored from the government. And I think we need a thing like this here, because nowadays when cervical cancer, uterine cancer patient comes to us, she has a huge lump and she has obstructive uropathy and all that. And this kind of cancer is almost impossible to cure. So to detect early breast and cervical cancer, all you need is your hand and finger to start with. CT scan, other things will give you the extent of the disease, but to detect it early, all you need is your hand and your suspicion. So I want to emphasize this very much, and for this, public awareness is very important. So we need this kind of meeting not in Gandhi Bhavan, but in all the villages, because there you can reinforce on people the importance of early detection. I don't want to belabor this point anymore, and I don't want to prolong my speech any longer. I want to thank you all for working in unison to fight this disease. Thank you.
Now I would like to call upon Dr. Sumit Das, Associate Professor, Pediatric Department, Silchar Medical College Hospital, Consultant, Pediatric in Silchar, and Dr. Samishta Bhattacharya. I would like to say Senior Consultant and Obstetrician and Gynecology in Silchar. I would like to request Dr. Sumit Das to brief about the life journey and achievements of Dr. Chandrasekhar Das, and also announce today's awards, Dr. Chandrasekhar Memorial Award. And please have a seat. Sir, we would like to felicitate you with some flowers. Dr. Sumi, Dr. Samishta Bhattacharya also. Please come to the time. On behalf of BCH team, we would like to welcome you with some flowers. I think it should order for the title. Now I hand over the mic to Dr. Singh.
Thank you, Sana. Good morning to you all, and best wishes to Breast Cancer Hub. It is so heartening to see so many audience in this hall today. I was really skeptical about the number of people that we'll find, but it was very heartening really. Before I talk about Dr. C.S. Das, who was my uncle, he was my mother's younger brother, I'd like to speak few things about his doctor, that is Lobamudra Das, who is the anchor person and everything in this program today. And it is, I don't know where to start from. She has left a brilliant academic career as a faculty in such a prestigious US university in US. And it is the inner soul that spoke to her regarding the people suffering from cancer. And she has reached out and she has formed this organization single-handedly. From a scratch, she had nothing in hand. And all was, her backbone was a family, her husband, Sandeep Roy, her two beautiful children who were so cooperative, her parents, my uncle was there then. And you can see now she has reached from countries, from continents, from US to Silchar, so many, giving lectures in so many universities, so many organizations all over the world, and even reaching out to the remote villages of Kachar. She has adopted so many villages. She has helped during COVID. She has helped during the flood situation also probably last year. And she has organized this event also today with the help of our group and also many other organizations, but she was the main person who could hardly grab few hours sleep for the last few days coming from US. Privileged to read about Dr. Chandrasekhar Das. He did his schooling from Vivekananda Vidyalaya, Digboy, followed by his paramedical from St. Edmund's College, Shillong. His entire medical education, that is undergraduate studies, MBBS, BCH, MD, FCGP, was from Assam Medical College, Dibrugarh. He also started his medical career as registered from his parent institute, that is Assam Medical College, Dibrugarh, and subsequently worked in Guwahati Medical College, Silchar Medical College in various capacities, and finally retired as professor and head of the Department of Pediatrics from Silchar Medical College in 2006. As he had served in various medical colleges and he had so good rapport with all his colleagues amongst all linguistic groups and ethnic groups that he was called as a bridge between Barak Valley and Brahmaputra Valley amongst the pediatricians. During his tenure, he was actively involved in various academic activities like trainings, workshops, undergraduate and postgraduate and external examiners in various medical colleges in and outside Assam. Dr. C.S. Das was an ace clinician for which he was highly acclaimed throughout Northeast region and beyond. In spite of being a faculty in medical college, he was actively involved with IAP activities and presented papers and gave orations, chaired sessions in many state, zonal and national conferences too. In his career, he has earned various accolades like Shiromani Chikitsak Award, etc. Dr. Chandrasekhar Das was loved and respected by all his colleagues, staff, students, patients for his humble, benevolent, loving nature. He was a passionate teacher and always loved the company of students. Last few years of his life, he suffered from chronic kidney disease and was on dialysis in the last year. But his spirit and zeal was indomitable and continued to see patients and participated in academic activities in spite of his terminal illness. On 22nd of February 2020, he breathed his last in a local nursing home in Silchar. He is survived by his wife, daughter, son and grandchildren. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you. And I take this opportunity also to announce the name of the two awardees, our two luminaries of this entire region, two great surgeons of this region, those who were the chief guests and the guest of honor again. I'd like to call upon Dr. Kumar Gandhi Das sir and Dr. Ravi Kannan Das sir, to come over to the dais. And they are the two awardees for this prestigious Dr. Chandrasekhar Das Memorial Award. I would like to call upon Dr. Shamista Bhattacharya to introduce the awardees, please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my proud privilege to introduce both the recipients of the prestigious Dr. Chandrasekhar Das Memorial Award. Both of them need no introduction, and many of you may be knowing them much better than I do, but yet they need a formal introduction. I would first start with Dr. K.K. Das sir, whom I have known since my school days. He is popularly known as Lokhanda sir, Boro sir by all the sisters, few of whom are present here, and even patients have called him Bhagavan sir. So, born to a family of surgeons, he did his schooling in Imphal, ISC from St. Edmund's College, Shillong, MBBS from Calcutta National Medical College, 1965. Then he was in Delhi Safdarjung Hospital. He has a number of academic qualifications, and following first years in 1976, Dr. Das practiced surgery in various hospitals in USA from 1973 to 1985, and then he came to Silchar and joined Red Cross Hospital from 1987 to 2004, and was given the charge of Shundari Mohan Sheba Bhavan Srikona from 1992 onwards, where he is the director and he resides till date. It is beyond my scope to speak about the multifaceted qualities of Sir, not only as a surgeon, but as a human being. Dr. K.K. Das left behind a brilliant professional career and a picturesque house with all the luxuries of life in USA, and came to the neglected district of Kachar in Barak Valley to serve mankind. His surgical acumen and humanitarian service for the poor and needy patients crossed all borders, and people from the neighboring states came looking for him. Maybe many of us are not aware that he is an adventurous person, mountaineering, skiing, even flying planes. Until date, he keeps on doing all such activities. Dr. Rehan here will be witness to this, a partner in all his adventures. As I said, it is beyond my scope to discuss at length about the work of Dr. K.K. Das, who leads a very humble life and has dedicated his life to the service of his fellow human beings. Quoting an ardent fan, my father, Professor K.K. Bhattacharya, Dr. Kumar Kanti Das was not an impractical visionary. He left behind his highly successful and prosperous professional career, not for any spiritual attainment, but to save the poor and needy in a befitting manner. I would like now to call upon stage Mrs. Rita Das, wife of Dr. C.S. Das, Mr. Kumud Shankar Das, brother of late Dr. C.S. Das, and Dr. Lopamudra Das-Roy, founder president of BCH, daughter of late Dr. C.S. Das, to please give away the award.